Right, let's start today's session. This is the first session of DJANGO. In this session, I'm going to discuss complete introduction of DJANGO. Okay, so this session is completely related to total 3 Python frameworks. Okay, 3 Python frameworks. One is DJANGO framework. Next one is REST API framework. Next one is FLASK framework, including UI basics and also MySQL basics, including. So total these subjects I'm going to cover in the DJANGO REST API FLASK frameworks. Okay, including 3 to 4 hands-on project using Django framework, REST API, and then FLASK. So for this, the duration is from exactly today onwards. 3 months duration it will take to complete all subjects from today onwards. 3 months. Maximum 3 months, minimum 2.5 months, it will be finished. This is the course duration. And sessions will be regularly happen from Monday to Saturday. There is no class on Sundays. And once you have a 3 demo sessions, today and tomorrow and then day after tomorrow. Once you complete 3 demo sessions, from the day 4 onwards, do you want to continue the lectures of Django REST API Flask? And you must and should enroll for this course. But if you are already enrolled student, because here many of them my students who have completed their Python, so no need to enroll again. If you enroll only Python, you must enroll for Django REST API and all. Or if you enroll already Python full stack, no need to enroll it again. So after 3 days, I'll start share the recorded videos along with Django PDF, and accordingly what I start the subjects. Like when I start REST API PDF, Flask API PDF, all these things will share it clearly. Okay. So first we will focus on Django, then after REST API, then after Flask. Okay. So total, these are the Python based frameworks. And UI basics, MySQL basics also will be covered in the part of Django explanation only. Okay. First. And most important thing is, who are new to this session, I am just telling to them. Okay. So if you are already my student, or if you are other batch students, no problem. I'm telling you, if you want to continue these lectures, you must and should aware of Python, sir. So without Python knowledge, I don't recommend to attend these sessions. Okay. So remember, who don't have Python knowledge already, better to exit from this batch, because this is not suitable for you. Who complete their Python, or else at least 50% of the syllabus, if you complete your Python, if you are attending with other batches, then it is okay. You can eligible to attend this Django session, because this Django REST API Flask completely based on Python frameworks. So Python code only we are going to write in entire the development of these frameworks. So if you don't have Python knowledge, waste of time to attend these sessions. I'm telling you clearly. So Python is the most important prerequisite subject in this course. So first, let's start with Django, sir. Our focus is completely on Django from today. Once we know about Django, then REST API, then Flask, and UI basics, MySQL, I'll be covered in the middle of the Django only. No problem at all. Okay, fine. So Python is must. Okay, fine. Let's go for Django introduction. So as I said that Django is not a programming language. Then what is it is? So Django is a framework. Django is a framework. Using Django, which is used to develop the web applications. Our main target is web applications and websites designing. So Django is a framework which is used to develop the web applications. Okay. So Django is a Python-based web development framework. Django is a Python-based web development framework. Yes, it is a Python-based web development framework, sir, it is. So that's what I am asking you. Before going to continue with the DJANGO REST API Flask framework, compulsory you should have the idea about Python. Without Python knowledge, you can't continue with DJANGO. Waste of time. You can't understand, first of all. So it is a Python-based web development framework. Why it is Python-based web development framework means completely DJANGO is written in Python language. It's completely written in which language? Python language. The framework developed completely by writing Python language only. That's what Python is a prerequisite subject. And next, by using DJANGO, we can develop the web applications very faster rate. Yes, we can develop the web applications. By using DJANGO, we can develop the web application in very less time. In very less time means it don't take time, because maximum libraries which is really required for web application designing and development, DJANGO will provide that libraries. So as a programmer or developer, you must and should aware how to use or consume those libraries which is provided by DJANGO framework for implement.
Sir, I'm not able to listen to you.
Sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay, there is some network issues. I think you people are seeing the screen and you people are getting my audio, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Sorry for the trouble. Due to some disconnected network, I have rejoined again. So I'm saying that DJANGO is a high-level open source Python-based web framework. I'm saying. Okay, fine. Next, DJANGO offers plenty of built-in libraries. That libraries through we can develop web application or websites only. So DJANGO is having clear documentation. DJANGO is having the clear documentation. Clear documentation, sir. It's having clear documentation. Okay, and it follow the principle, and it follow the principle. Yes, as a programmer, we are following the principle in Django development DRY. That means do not repeat yourself. Do not repeat yourself. This is the principle which we are following. So most of the cases in Django web development, we are going to follow what? Hmm. Uh, Reusability technique. Instead of repeating the code, we don't at all repeat the logics again and again. So we can go for reusability process. Means one time you develop the logic, multiple times we can able to use. Okay. And next point is in Django mainly, we are going to follow web application development by using an architecture that is called MVT. So Django is based on MVT pattern. MVT design pattern. M stands for here model, view stands for view, T stands for template. So using this design pattern only, we can develop web applications. Okay. So Django provides RAD facilities, means rapid application development possibility is there. Django provides RAD facilities, means rapid application development facilities. Means we can develop the Django web applications very faster rate The reason is it provides lot of libraries. That's what faster rate of application development is possible. It provides RAD facilities, rapid application development facilities. And remember, sir, in this is the important area. We must understand this design pattern only, because in our complete development, web application development is based on MVT pattern. So for better understanding, I'm giving clarity about MVT, because daily we are going to focus on this design pattern only. Normally Java full stack developers, .NET full stack developers, they used to follow in the web development process MVC design pattern, model view controller. But we use what pattern? MVT design pattern, model view template design pattern exactly. Okay. So M stands for model. Okay. Model is representing what you know, data access layer, means this is for database purpose. And next, view stands for V for view. It is nothing but presentation layer. There are three layer architecture is there. Presentation layer. Presentation layer is nothing but for design. Sorry. Code means logic code. Logic code. No. It's completely wrong. Sorry for this. View is nothing but V for view. It is nothing but business access layer. Business access layer. Because in MVC or Java.NET, people can consider view is nothing but presentation layer only. But in Python, in DJANGO, we cannot consider this view is nothing but presentation layer. Generally, most of the people, they can understand view is nothing but what we are going to see on the screen. No. So this is different. View is nothing but Python view. This is business access layer. It is another layer. This is completely for logic code. Okay, coding purpose we use. Next, T for template. This is exactly presentation layer, not it is business access layer, presentation layer. Presentation layer means what we are going to see on the screen when we run for the first time web page or web applications. So this is for what's a design. Totally, three layers will be focus. We are going to focus on three layers: data access layer, business access layer, presentation layer. Data access layer means model, business access layer means view, presentation layer means template. Template means what? HTMLs. Now data access layer purpose, we are going to focus on MySQL and also SQLite 3. See, sir, DJANGO framework completely built-in integration with SQLite 3. Most of the operations we can finish with SQLite 3 only, but you must and should aware a specific database knowledge also. That's what I'm going to use MySQL also. So it's a combination, sir. Most of the cases in real-time Python full stack developers, they follow MySQL. The Java full stack developers, they follow Oracle. .NET full stack developer, they follow MS SQL, Microsoft SQL Server. So we generally follows in real time MySQL. So I'm including this MySQL along with SQLite 3. So database access layer purpose in MVT design pattern, you must and should aware of MySQL and SQL3 knowledge. We'll give it, no problem. And business access layer means logic code. Complete logic code means functionality purpose. We use what language? Python language. Already you know about Python functions, Python object-oriented programming principles, all these things. And design purpose. Web application means we have to design the pages, right? Web pages. For that, we are going to use what? UI basics. Means HTML we will be cover, CSS and JavaScript and jQuery and then Bootstrap. These are all I'm going to cover in the DJANGO time only, sir. So you should design the web page by using UI technologies. And you should write the logic for the web application development, making functionality or doing some transactions in the web page. Code is required, right? Logic code that should be written in Python through. Do you want to store end user information or customer information permanently in a database? In that context, I recommend to use what? Database. Database purpose, we should focus MySQL and SQLite 3. So total three areas we are going to focus majority cases in DJANGO development. So model represent database, view represent logic, that is Python, T represent template, represent, that is design, UI basics only, UI technologies. Total 3-layer architecture we are going to follow in DJANGO development. This is just roughly I'm giving an idea. So later we will go through MVT architecture with diagrammatic representation so that you'll understand in the development process. Okay, so don't forget this is just basic introduction. Okay, now let's come to the DJANGO history. So DJANGO history. First of all, official website of DJANGO is www.djangoproject.com. So you know about official website of Python, right? So www.python.org. Similarly, do you want to follow complete documentation section of DJANGO? I recommend to visit this website, www.djangoproject.com website. Yes. So let's see, once we visit this djangoproject.com, then how it look like. Is there any clear documentation? Yes, I said that DJANGO is having clear documentation. Yes, complete documentation. You can feel free to visit the official website and get it the documentation. If you are in a position to understand, you can understand it. But for the first time, if you are looking DJANGO documentation, you might not understand clearly because they have detailed discussion. Okay, each and everything they'll go in deeply, but that much not required. That's what here I am as a trainer to make the things simplify and keep in front of you all the stuff in detailed manner. So let's visit www.djangoproject.com website. So this is the official website, sir. Sorry, it's my mistake, typing mistake. It is completely djangoproject.com. So this is the official website of Django. So who wants to go for documentation and knowing about Django complete? So you can visit this website. So Django makes it easier to build better web applications more quickly with less code, right? And do you want to get started with Django? You can use it, or else you can click on documentation section. There you can see there are model discussion, model layer is there, view layer is there, template layer is there, forms also there. Lot of things are there in the Django development. And you just go back to the previous page and you will be able to see download latest release 5.2.5 and Django documentation section again. And this is Django document section. This is the latest version of Django. And we don't spend much more time on this website because it's not required for us. Just I'm showing you which is the official website of Django framework. Every subject, it's having official website, you know that. So you just visit that website and get the content. If you are already familiar with Python and Django, then you can easily understand what they are saying in the documentation part. So next, I'm trying to discuss what is the history of Django. So very simple history, sir. Django. First time, Django was designed and developed by Lawrence Journal World. Lawrence Journal World in the year of 2003. In the year of 2003. But the first version of Django released publicly in the year of 2005. From 2005, we are using Django. Okay, under BSD license. BSD license means this is Berkeley source distribution, BSD license. From that license, publicly released in the year of 2005. So who creates Django? You know about Python creator, right? So Python creator, Guido van Rossum. Later, they form a team of 5 members that we can call it as PSF, Python Software Foundation, right? But now Django also same like Django is implemented by Lawrence General World, developed by Lawrence General World, but the original authors of Django, Adrian Halavati and Simon Willison. So these are the two original authors. So original authors of DJANGO. Original authors of DJANGO is Adrian Hellovati and Simon Willison. Simon Willison. These two are the original authors of DJANGO exactly. Okay. Yeah. These two are the original authors. So you must know the basic history at least, but it's not important really, but better to know about this. And DJANGO official release is 21st July 2005. So now DJANGO is maintained by DSF. That means DJANGO Software Foundation. So DJANGO is maintained by DJANGO Software Foundation. DJANGO Software Foundation. Even though the original authors of DJANGO is Adrian Halavati and Simon Willison, why the name called DJANGO? These two authors collected the name from famous jazz guitarist called Django Reinhardt. So Django is a name of famous jazz guitarist. The name of jazz guitarist called Django, Reignhardt, Django Reinhardt. So he's the famous jazz guitarist, and we can call it as D is a silent, Django also. So it is the person name actually. Django Reinhardt, he is the man who is the famous jazz guitarist. So if you want, you can just go to the Google and search in this name, the person name and complete information you will be able to get like Wikipedia. So Django Reinhardt. So sorry. So this is, yeah, he's the person, he's the man. Django Reinhardt. Famous jazz guitarist. So Reinhardt is Romani nicknamed Django. Okay, he's the famous jazz guitarist. In the name of this person only, the authors given the working title of the framework called Django. That's what we are calling it as Django. This is the backstory. We don't need to know about this, but better to know at least this basic information. So Django also pronounced as Django, as I said that. Django also pronounced as Django, like this. So we can call it as Django or Django. Okay. So next, in Django development process, anyway, we are going to use Django for what purpose? Web application development purpose, right? Yes, web application development purpose. But in the web application development process, every Django programmer or developer must and should have some technical terminology, because every day we are going to spend on the technical terms. So I said, first of all, what is web application? Because Django through we can develop web applications. What is web application? Very simple. The application, the application, the application which will provide, which will provide, which will provide the services over the web is called web application, right? The application which will provide services over the web is called web application. We can say that. But in web application development, every web developer should understand the following technical terms. What are the technical terms means? What is web page? What is website? And then what is web browser, and then what is web server, because we are going to use these all in our daily activities. These all technical terms you must and should aware. So coming to the point, what is web page? Very simple. We are the customers or end users who are going to access the websites or web page are called customers or end users, right? So web page is nothing but end user information. Suppose I am the student. I would like to learn course from DurgaSoft. I can visit durgasoft.com website like this. Okay, students are our customers. When students are looking this DurgaSoft web page, so this information related to what students, right? Yes, information related or information towards the end user is nothing but web page. What is web page? Information related to the end user or web page or information towards end user or client is nothing but web page. So this is web page definition. Information. Even suppose you are the banking customer, you can visit banking website. The information they'll provide to your requirement, right? So you are the customer. The information what they're providing, that is called web page. Information towards the end user. Information towards the end user or customer or client is called web page. Web page. But make sure that the web pages generally can be of two types. One is static web page, static web page, static web page, and next one is dynamic web page, sir. Dynamic web page. What is the meaning of static web page and dynamic web page? We'll try to understand. Very simple. Static web page means non-interaction page. Non-interaction page is called static page. Dynamic web page means user interaction page is nothing but dynamic page. User interaction page. Yes, sir. So static web page means non-interaction page. Dynamic web page means user interaction page. For suppose, let me say durgasoft.com website. If student wants to join in the DurgaSoft course, they can visit simply about us. See, sir, about us, I'm clicking. So about DurgaSoft, they'll try to know that this is called just static data, means information towards the DurgaSoft students who wants to join the course. So there is no options to interact with this page, right? Like you are not going to give any details, right? This type of content is called static content. Even contact us also. They're having address and phone numbers like this. So this is static data. So non-interaction pages are called static web page. And what about user interaction pages means dynamic web page. For example, after knowing about DurgaSoft by reading about us, contact us. If you really wants to registration, then you can go to registration page and there is a registration form, name, phone number, mail, current status, okay, course, interested, preferred joining time, preferred timings and additional information and submit. So you are giving your details like as input, then you are interacting with these pages and you are going to perform some action. You are submitting your details to the DurgaSoft admin people. They'll receive your details and contact you back. So this type of interaction is called dynamic pages. Means you are going to submit your details or data over the web page. That is user interaction page is called dynamic pages. So we can focus static web pages as well as dynamic web pages in the web application development. Okay. And what is website means? Very simple. Website is a collection of web pages or group of web pages. Website is a collection of web pages or group of web pages. Group of web pages like this. It is a collection of web pages or group of web pages. Yes, one website is nothing but all web pages. We can visit home page, about us, contact us, registration, login, change password. Many pages we can visit, right? We can redirect from one page to another page. So multiple web pages all together is called what? Website. We are going to build websites using DJANGO framework with the help of Python. So Python knowledge is must because functionality purpose we use Python. Rules and regulations, what they are providing specifications like DJANGO framework specifications we will follow. And DJANGO also will provide a lot of built-in libraries. That libraries we have to consume it. So if you want to consume or access DJANGO libraries, we need a specific programming language that is called Python. And using this DJANGO and Python, by using UI technologies, we are going to design like user interface we will prepare and to store user information permanently. For that purpose, database knowledge also required. All together, we can make the websites only. And make sure that after preparing multiple web pages and within the websites, but do you want to start or access any web page or website, compulsory web browser is required. So without a browser, you can't able to manage any website, web page, right? Yes. So what is web browser? Web browser is a software. Web browser is a software which is used to manage the different types of web pages. Yes, different types of web pages we can manage by using browser. So what are the examples of web browser softwares? Yes, we have lot of web browser softwares are there. Google Chrome. Okay, this is one of the famous uh, search engine like Google Chrome browser. This browser only we are going to use for launching our website, or else Microsoft Edge. Yes, Microsoft Edge is there. And also Internet Explorer, that is IE, Internet Explorer. These are the editors browsers, Opera, and so many editors, so many browsers are there. Any software you can use it. You must install these softwares, right? Without installation, you cannot get this browser. Without browser, you can't able to open any web page. So that's what it's a software which is used to manage different types of web pages. And most important thing is web server. Yes. See, sir, we have a web page, we have a website, we have a browser. But without server, you can't get the response. The reason is not only I'm speaking in Python web development, sir. Okay, remember, even Java web development or .NET web development, any web development process is depend on client server architecture. Yes, this is the uh, common architecture. Any website or web development, client server architecture is there. Client server architecture means in the web development process, just we will send the request as a client from browser, and the request goes to concern application server. Server responsibility is what? To get the request from the client and process the client request and produce the result. This is exactly server responsibility. Yes, exactly. So if that server is not available, then how we can get the response from the server? Server is main part here in the web application development policy, right? So without server, we can't able to manage the things. That's what server is important. So how Java people, they use Apache Tomcat web server to manage their Java web pages. .NET people, they use IIS web server or IIS Express. And in the DJANGO, we are going to have the servers also, built-in servers like WSGA server, web server gateway interface, or ASGA servers, asynchronous gateway interface. You will come to know about these servers in later part. Don't worry about that. Okay. But most of the cases, default web server also there. That is called DJANGO web development server. So what is web server means? Web server is also a software. Web server is also a software which is used to manage the different types of websites. Yes, different types of websites we can manage, sir. So web server is a software which is used to manage the different types of websites. Yes, we are going to manage different types of websites compulsory. So this is web server. So web server, without web server, we can't able to run our application. We can't able to manage our application. So these four technical terms you must and should aware in the Django web development. So what is web page? What is website? What is web browser? And what is web server, sir? Okay. Yes. Now coming to the features of Django. Basic features you must and should aware. Features of Django. What are the features of Django? See, sir, first and foremost feature in Django is okay. So that is rapid development. Yes, rapid development. As I said, Django provides rapid development facilities. Why rapid development is possible, sir? Rapid development means just faster rate of development. Because Django was designed with the intention to made a framework which takes less time to build web applications. The reason is it offers a plenty of libraries which makes the things easier instead of prepare our own libraries. by taking lot of time. So DJANGO itself, it offer plenty of libraries for the DJANGO developers. Using that libraries, we can build applications in the rapid process. So it is rapid development feature. And then secure. Yes, security precautions will take highly, because the reason is DJANGO is a web development framework in the web request and web response. So request and response should be transferred in a secured manner. So DJANGO takes security seriously and helps developers to avoid many common security mistakes. There are some common security mistakes like SQL server injection attacks, cross-site request forgeries, that is CSRF tokens we use in DJANGO development. And also DJANGO offer user authentication system, which provides a secured way to manage user accounts and passwords. And next, third feature is DJANGO is scalable in nature. Scalable. So what is meaning of scalable? So DJANGO is a scalable in nature, and it has the ability to quickly and flexibly switch from small application to large applications. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So give me 1 second, sir. I'll be back. Please be on online. So scalable means we can switch from small scale application to large scale applications in DJANGO. So it will provide ability to quickly and flexibly switch from small scale application to large scale application project, that is called scalable in nature. And then fourth feature is fully loaded. Yes, as I said that DJANGO, the moment when we install DJANGO framework, which is present in our computer, and it will be have lot of fully loaded libraries. DJANGO includes various libraries and various task modules which can use it to handle common web development tasks. DJANGO takes care of user authentications and content administration and the site maps, etc. So all the libraries are available at any point of time in the development process. You can import it, how we discuss in the Python case modules, same way, like we can import the modules and we can implement. And DJANGO is versatile in nature. Yes, versatile. What is in versatile means? Yes, versatile means we can develop different types of applications by using DJANGO. That is called versatile. So DJANGO is a versatile in nature, which allows to build web application for different domains. Web application means not only one domain, right? Like banking domain, like financial projects, and e-commerce sites, like social media sites, or blog web applications, like hospital management, like different types of domains web applications are there. This can be used to build any type of web application. Nowadays, companies are using DJANGO to build various types of applications like content management system applications, social media networks, scientific computing platforms, e-commerce website, banking websites, financial sector websites, like that only. So that is what versatile in nature I'm saying. And DJANGO is completely open source, I said. Open source means what? DJANGO is in open source web development framework. Anybody can visit official website of DJANGO project.com, and it's publicly available without cost, and it can be downloaded and with source code from the public repository. So open source reduces the total cost of the application development process. And then final feature is vast and supported community. DJANGO is having vast supported community. Yes. Supported community. You can exchange the code with this community. This is having vast supported community. So it is one of the most popular web framework. It's having widely supportive community and channels to share and exchange your content like this. So these are the basic and important feature of DJANGO development process. And in DJANGO web development, especially we need to talk about two main components. One is front-end development. Yes, we are going to focus on front-end as well as back-end development, right? So front-end development as well as back-end development. See, sir, in the front-end development process, what things undercomes? So generally front-end development process, as I said, that UI technologies will come, sir, like UI basics, all. In the front-end development process, UI basics, we are going to focus. In the back-end development process, there are different things are there. One is the language, that is what Python. And next one is the framework. What framework we are going to use now? DJANGO. Okay, DJANGO framework. And next one is the database. What database we are recommending to use? SQLite 3. This is integral part of DJANGO framework, and also MySQL I'm going to use. So in the backend development process, programming language must and should use, DJANGO framework we should use, and SQLite 3 and MySQL we should use. So these are all backend things. Only front-end development process, we will be focused on user interface basics, UI basics. And sir, in the front-end development, HTML is very common. Okay, HTML, without HTML, no front-end. So because HTML is the common web technology in the web application development. So hypertext markup language. And after HTML, you must know about CSS, which means sometimes we need to give some additional styling for your HTML document or content. So CSS is required for that. And JavaScript means validation purpose. We learn about JavaScript, how to write JavaScript functions, how to call the JavaScript function for validations. We go for JavaScript for validation. HTML, CSS, JS are commonly used web technologies, and jQuery and Bootstrap are advanced UI technologies. And this jQuery Bootstrap also implemented on top of HTML, CSS, JavaScript only. So jQuery is an extension of JavaScript. jQuery is nothing but it's a JavaScript library. Bootstrap is the combination of CSS and JavaScript libraries, both combination. We use Bootstrap more oftenly in our DJANGO web development for making look and feel better when compared to normal HTML and CSS. So HTML, normal content. HTML plus JavaScript means dynamic content, dynamic response we are going to make. So this is exactly total introduction of DJANGO. And sir, in the very popular web applications which are developed by using Python and DJANGO means what you know? There are Dropbox. These are the popular websites which are developed by using DJANGO as well as Python. Dropbox and Quora, okay, and Instagram. These are the popular website. And then Mozilla, even though it is browser software, but initially it was PHP, but later that into Python as well as Django developed. Okay. SQLite 3, MySQL basics are enough. Okay. Even if you want to go for in detailed also required, but actually we don't require in detailed SQLite 3 MySQL because I'll tell you that reason. In Django development, ORM tool will be there, object relational mapper. Only we are going to write Python logic. Python logic through automatically SQL Server tables and queries will be generated, sir. Okay, slowly you'll understand what is. So Dropbox, Quora, Instagram, Mozilla, okay, and also Pinterest, Spotify. These are all the popular websites which are developed using Python as well as Django. Okay, NASA, NASA websites also, and National Geographic. National Geographic. These are the popular websites which is designed by Python as well as Django like this. So this is exactly popular websites, but and many more also there. So this is total basic introduction which we completed today. This is completely theoretical part. You must and should aware at least. And without delay, much more focus on theoretical part. And tomorrow session, I'll show you complete setup of DJANGO, how to download DJANGO software and how to install it, how to set up, which is really important, sir, tomorrow. If you miss the setup, then it is hard thing to make the setup. Please try to attend without fail tomorrow session also, because you will come to know first time if you are dealing with Django, what steps need to be followed and what are the prerequisite softwares are required and which editor is required. Everything will discuss in detail. Yes, all the system requirements, all software requirements, everything will discuss in the tomorrow session. I'll completely show the setup of Django in tomorrow session. Setup is very important and crucial because it's not Python like easy to install, simply download it and within 2 minutes we can do it. But this is Django setup, it will take time and so many steps you have to follow. And I'll tell you clearly step by step, don't worry, but you must and should attain. Yes, we use external APIs and process show some result in this course. Obviously, why not? Because Django after we are going to use or REST API services, right? Same, we can use, you can give me as external APIs, how to call it, how to use it, I'll tell you that. So this is the popular websites which are implemented Django with Python, front end and back end, features of Django, what are the basic technical terminology in Django like web page, website, web browser, web server, and what is web application, history of Django, and complete introduction of Django. Okay. And this is important, sir. Remember, MBT. Every day we will focus on this design pattern only. So if you understand the flow, it will become easy. That's what regularity is important in Django. Yeah, Mr. Ajay Gaur, proceed.
Sir, very good evening. Sir, I just want to ask
Yeah.
one thing.
Hmm.
To interact, interface between front end and back end, do we require any
Hmm.
particular service, just like Express or Django Python will work for that work? Same.
With Django Python only will work. No service is required.
Okay.
Hmm.
And we are using this Python for a single web page application development?
No, multiple web pages are there. Django is not single page application, right? You can use
Okay.
single web page application with Python with Flask. There is other
Flask.
framework is there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We will also teach Flask framework. The order
Okay.
is like first Django, next REST API,
Right.
then finally Flask.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for clarification.
Most of them, my students, except that Mr. Ajay and Vivek Shankar. So I think you people aware of already Python. So that's what you are looking for Django development. So please make a note. Without having Python knowledge, you can't go with Django development. At least you must understand or you should be strong knowledge in data structures, control flow statements like for loop, while loop, if else, functions, Python functions, and most importantly, modules, and most even importantly, object-oriented programming principles. If you're aware of these topics in Python, then you can proceed to learn Django, sir. Otherwise, you will be suffer without having Python knowledge. Okay. So
Yes,
that's
sir. I
all from
do
my
have
side.
basic knowledge.
Yeah, it's okay, no problem. If you
All
know
right.
about that, then you can.
Fine.
Yeah. So that's all from my side today. And don't miss two more demo sessions continuously. If you attend tomorrow and day after tomorrow, total three demo sessions so that you will get full clarity. After that, you can decide. If you are very comfortable, you can continue with my sessions. Otherwise, you can go through other options where you have. Okay, no problem at all. So that's all for today. You can feel free to join tomorrow also at same time 4 p.m. using same link. Tomorrow, don't miss. I'll show you complete setup of Django. What steps are required for the first time you are making setup of Django. I'll discuss clearly by including Visual Studio Code Editor tool. That's all. Have a nice time. Thanks for attending this session.